Greetings, I am the New World Order. So, was there ever any doubt that the gangsters in D.C. would pass this taxpayer takeaway bill that they've been pimping for a while now? I don't think there was ever any doubt. I had no doubt they would pass it. They don't listen to the people. They listen to their masters, the people who have the money, and that's who they listen to. That's who they're working for. So I think about a quote from the Godfather. It's one of my favorite movies. I've seen all three many times, but there's a scene in the movie where Michael is talking to the senator, and he says, "Senator, we're all part of the same hypocrisy." And he's talking to his wife Kay, and he says, and he's talking about, we're no different than any other powerful men or politicians. And she says, "Oh, but politicians, they don't have people killed." And he says, "Who's naive now, Kay?" And then later in the movie, Michael, in the third one, he says, when he's older, he says that he always tried to become legit, and he says, "The higher I go, the crookeder it gets." And there's so much truth in The Godfather, and I always liked it because in a way, the way that they pictured The Godfather was almost like a person you would turn to when the government wouldn't give you justice. Like in the very first movie, when the one man comes to him for justice for his daughter, because the court system let off these two thugs who had beaten up his daughter, so he went to the Godfather for justice. But I believe that our government is now, they are the mafia. They are mobsters. And they're the most dangerous type. They're the type that they use the semblance of law. They use the legal system to back up their crimes. So they have the power of the government, the power of the court systems behind them. They have the power of the military and the police and the entire justice system backing them up. So they're the most dangerous type of criminal. The one that appears to be doing what's right when actually they're stealing, they're lying, they're killing, they're robbing us, and all under the guise of the law. And they've perverted the law. And the lawyers are they're the ones who are destroying this country. But in the Godfather, I think of the one quote where he says, the Godfather's, on the day of his wedding, he has the singer come to him, and I forget the name of he's like a Frank Sinatra character. I think his name was Tony in the movie. Anyway, he came to the Godfather, and he's having problems with this one guy in Hollywood. He's trying to make a movie, and he says he starts crying. He says, Godfather, he says, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Godfather. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then, of course, Marlon Brando, the Godfather, slaps him and says, you can act like a man. And I think that in a way, we the people are going to be seen by our government as criminal. In other words, if we the people actually tried to do what was right, if we actually tried to stand up for our rights, if we actually tried to see justice done, we would be viewed by our government as the criminals. So what are we going to do? We're going to have to act like a man. And I think that we are going to have to make some really serious decisions for ourselves and for our families in the days and in the weeks and the months and the years to come. Because as I've read and as I've heard and as most people know, the next 20 years in this country are going to be unlike anything that we've ever experienced before in the history of this nation. We are rapidly slipping into chaos in this country. We are rapidly slipping toward socialism and eventually a complete dictatorship of the elite, where our rights and our freedoms are severely limited. Even our right to speak as we think, and our right to speak as we wish. And of course, we all know that there are efforts right now